What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hall of Nerds podcast. I'm Nate,
I'm Brandon.
And I'm Carson.
and thanks for tuning in and nerding out with us. Sorry for the little bit of the hiatus there, right there, guys. We had a little bit of scheduling issues, all that kind of stuff, but we're back and better with a banger episode today. I mean, we're going to talk about comics, we're going to talk about movies, we're going to talk about all types of stuff, but first thing I want to talk about is we were just having a little bit of conversation that we might as well continue, and then maybe you guys could leave some comments down below. If we were to cosplay as characters for Comic Cons and stuff like that, who would we be able to like do good cosplays of? And right now we're thinking of X-Men.
Yeah, we're thinking about doing an
So-
X-Men cosplay for our next group trip.
Who are you? So Stu is Wolverine. Come on, guys.
I really want to do Gambit.
Gambit. Your girl could be Rogue. I don't know who I would be.
I think
Nightcrawler
Noah should be
is
the
my
Blob.
See, that would be an easy cosplay. He just doesn't really. He just needs to like put on an X-Men shirt or whatever. No. I'm playing.
Yes.
You be Cyclops.
Yo.
To me, Asian Cyclops. Is there
Cyclops is
an
pretty tall,
why am I
too.
tripping? Is there an Asian Luna Snow?
Is she an X-Men?
I don't think so, but she's Korean. I think she's
Fair
an
enough.
Avenger, actually, technically, or like what has been, if anything. Is she a mutant? I don't even know, to be honest. I
I
can't
think
say.
she's like a
I don't know about y'all, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like I knew who that was before Marvel Rivals.
Nah. Well, I didn't know who she was. I seen her on a cover before, but I didn't know who she
I knew
was.
her from the mobile game Marvel Future Fight.
Okay,
That's where
fair.
she got introduced, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's where. Well, I don't know anything about her. That's just where the first place I saw her.
I'm pretty sure that's where she originally started, like before even being in a comic.
Dude, I should re-download that. I had every character unlocked, and they were all like 5 red stars, like the max
I
level.
stopped playing that DC game, bro, on my phone. I haven't
touched it in a while.
I
It got.
haven't touched
It,
it, bro.
they
I've
just
never
stopped
gotten into
adding
mobile
stuff,
games.
so it's
Yeah,
like,
it got
I saw.
repetitive.
Did y'all see they just announced a new one?
yeah.
Really?
DC did. I'm like, bro, we don't want mobile games. Bro.
No, we don't want
need
mobile
games.
games.
We do not want mobile games.
So you're gonna cancel the Wonder Woman game, but give us 3 mobile games?
So
Yeah.
I don't know that it's the Wonder Woman game. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up, but this upcoming week we're supposed to get news on Wonder Woman in general.
Oh yeah. I mean, James Gunn did say like the 4 pillars of DC going forward are Superman, Batman, Supergirl, and Wonder Woman. So we're definitely going to be getting some Wonder
As
Woman.
it should be. I mean, Supergirl's a little bit random, but I'm excited. I like it.
Yeah.
Like
I
as far
wish-
as
I
just
wish
like
Flash
the
was in
history
there.
of DC, like the 4 pillars being.
I think Paradise
And even
Lost.
but to be fair, I guess if you want to go like 2 guy characters, 2 girl characters, what
I
other?
just think you should have a 5th, and it should be the Flash, because you can't really have the universe without the Flash.
Well, it could just be the 7 pillars, and like it's just the Justice League members.
Fair enough. Dude, speaking of that really quick before I forget, I saw someone like a theory on I don't remember where I was. I think it was like Instagram or Twitter or something. But someone said the Hammer of Bravia might be Supergirl. Like in the suit.
I think though that's an interesting.
Nah, I mean
theory.
that would be
The flight, the super strength, the lasers that were like focused, like
I'm in the more of the team that like that's just the suit that's giving that person the abilities.
I'm with you, but
Like
like
it's some sort of power suit, but
exactly power suit. Lex Luthor is gonna get that suit and he's gonna create his power armor. I'm calling it right here, right now. This shit's happening.
Oh
Fair.
This shit's
yeah,
happening.
dude. Let's just get right into that. We'll talk about comics.
the
later.
Superman trailer.
The Superman
Yeah.
trailer.
Superman trailer.
I am so unbelievably excited.
Beyond
like
excited.
I keep on like I almost keep on like every every like
Yeah.
like because it's been a little bit since we got some new footage or like some new, and so like every time like that happens there's a little bit of a hiatus of Superman. I'm like I almost start convincing myself that like it's not gonna be that good. Like I start like convincing myself,
And then you see something,
and then
it's like,
some new comes out and I'm like, oh shit, it's gonna be good, because I almost
know,
just don't
bro.
want to get. I'm just, especially just as a DC fan, especially what they did to my boy Flash. Like I don't know. I do not want to have high expectations. Like, but I do. And I have extremely high hopes. And I think it's going to be fantastic. But I'm
Yeah,
just,
Say that
I'm
again?
like, but it's okay. I forgive you. But it's got, I mean, dude, because if it's bad, like if I don't think it's gonna be, but holy shit, if it's bad, it's gonna be terrible.
Honestly, I don't see
It's
how
gonna
it
be
can be.
heartbreaking.
Even if they showed us the best parts of the movie in the trailer, like
Yeah, like
those were good
what
enough.
would really ruin it for you? I guess like if the tone of the trailers are the entire tone of the movie, and like that's
Only
what
thing that would ruin it for me is if he
It's
kills
super
somebody.
if he
he
kills
kills
somebody.
somebody,
That's it. That's
which
literally it.
obviously
I
definitely
don't
seems like it's
care.
not going to be the case given the whole people were
Listen,
gonna
I do
die.
think that building falling. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I think he's gonna save all those people, right? I think we're gonna get a little bit shown
I
of
think he's
his
gonna
super
catch it
speed
and
in a sense. That could happen too. But if they do die, I don't view that on Superman because he's fighting someone.
Well, and also the buildings were falling. We haven't seen
We
what
don't know what's
caused
going on.
that.
Yeah,
We're
they
like,
could
yeah,
have
I mean, I
the
would
whole
evacuated.
assume
Man of
it's
Steel thing.
probably
I'm
that
not,
the suit,
yeah,
the dude in the suit.
and or the giant kaiju or something. Like
That
I'm
too.
not. I mean, I don't like Man of Steel. But I'm not as big of a like hater on the whole like throwing people through buildings thing. Like, yes, he shouldn't have been doing that. But he was also so fresh and new and emotions going and all this kind of stuff. Regardless, Superman literally was the one who threw Zod through the buildings of people. Whereas, yeah, exactly. If that's what happens in this and that's what
Yeah,
causes the movies, yeah, maybe that's not going to be ideal and that would be
agreed.
upsetting. But
Agreed.
I'm going to assume, especially like it looked like there was multiple buildings falling, and that was some
Falling.
like
It
domino
looked like the
effect shit.
hammer of Bravia was like he was like lasering through the buildings and it was
It's either
starting to fall. Yeah.
either that. It's got to be either that or the kaiju or something
Or
that wasn't.
Ultraman.
And
Dude,
I
there's a
saw
lot
people
of villains
saying
in
like
this.
Yeah,
it's hard for James Gunn to keep a serious tone because like you see him destroying the buildings and then you see the chick taking a picture. That's her character. Like I don't know what else to say. Like that's literally her name's like Tessa something, and that's literally
Eve
what she.
Tessmacher.
Yeah, and that's literally what she does. Like she's like an influencer or something.
hmm I mean,
Are y'all concerned with like how many villains there are in the movie or no?
Nah,
no, because I felt that way at first. Because same goes with heroes. Like there's a lot. There's just so many characters that are being introduced. But since the beginning, I just trust James Gunn in the sense that how he said this is going to already feel like an established universe.
yeah,
And
And it feels
obviously,
like a Superman
I guess
story.
you know what? I'm gonna change my mind on that and say I am worried because we are comic book readers, we are comic book fans, especially DC and especially Superman. So all these new characters or all these characters that are gonna be in the movie are gonna be familiar to us. We're gonna understand. We're gonna know what's going on. The average casual comic book movie enjoyer probably is honestly, for being real, they don't even probably know who Guy Gardner is.
Yeah.
So like,
speaking of Guy Gardner though, the way he
I maybe am a little
effortlessly
bit worried.
used his ring was awesome,
Dude, the
bro. He just,
hand
like,
coming out of
licked
the
his hand,
ground, and
bro.
it was like,
I saw
Oh,
someone
man.
complaining. I saw someone complaining. He said, "Aren't the constructs supposed to come from the ring? They don't just appear out of thin air. Literally
Not all
every
of them.
single
yeah, I
yeah,
was like, well,
Yeah,
even
most of
the
the
crazy thing
powerful
is
Green
coming out of the
Lanterns.
ring is still coming out of thin air.
Yeah,
Like it's light constructs.
yeah,
But
fair enough. Oh, but back to the villains thing.
I don't want to
I
hear
do
John
think
Stewart
it's
created life.
oh he did do that.
yeah.
Yep.
I feel like it feels even more like a comic book because like you got to think Lex is still a human, and in all like the big Lex versus Superman stories,
Dude,
hires
Lex.
he hires people to do his dirty work.
Nicholas
He
Holt,
the
sexy Lexi, man.
kaiju,
He gonna go crazy.
Ultraman, all that stuff. And then at the end, when he's frustrated that no one gets the job done, he throws on the suit and throws hands. And that's exactly what's probably going to happen. Is he's gonna throw all these things in Superman's way, and then when they don't work, he's like, "All right, I'll do it myself."
I think Rick Flag Sir is gonna end up leading the Authority. If that
I
movie
Dude,
can
gets
see
the
it.
engineer.
dude, sick, bro,
Dude,
sick.
R.I.P. What was it, 7 or 4? The one that died in the trailer.
Multiple.
I think it was
There's
7.
I think
multiple,
I
yeah.
thought there was 2 that got cut.
One
Now.
got like basically thrown at Lex, and he's just or farming. Shit was crazy.
That was he was just like,
Bro, just took off the glasses.
Wait, Stu, eyes up here.
Oh,
no. I mean, yeah,
phenomenal trailer.
I can't
People
wait.
It was
hating,
good.
just hating.
Just hating to hate. hating
Just
to hate.
wait. But dude, dude, just imagine.
Dude, Metamorpho too looked dope. He had
did.
like the
And the
kryptonite hand.
kryptonite, yeah,
Lex is
bro.
gonna be using him. That's gonna be
Interesting.
cool. And then Mr. Turvik using the T spheres and everything. That
So-
was
Yeah, bro. He was
Do
freaking
you guys
ore
think
farming
there's
with that
other
too.
people like in those box things? Like we saw Mr. Terrific in one besides Superman, but do you think like that's
I think
where
we'll get
maybe
some
like
Easter
a
eggs.
Oh, like
cameo
those like
might come in?
cages, the kind of thing that Superman like breaks out of.
Like imagine Martian Manhunter's just like chilling him.
Dude, I would flip shit.
I think that it should be like Plastic Man and Phantom Girl chilling.
That'd be
in
cool
one.
too, bro.
And then that sets up
Anyone.
the Terrifics.
Anyone
Hey,
would just be
hey.
cool, bro.
But and one thing we definitely didn't touch out, absolute epicness. That just proves this movie is going to be greatness. The dude helping Superman out of the crater.
Dude,
Yeah.
that
Greatness,
score better
bro.
play on that scene in the movie. That's all I know, because
It's about to
that
be
was
greatness.
beautiful.
Look up.
Facts.
Look up.
Facts. All right.
And then keeping it on the movie track. We all saw Thunderbolts. It's been a minute since we've had an episode, so yeah, we haven't talked about it yet. But Thunderbolts was indeed gas as hell.
What would y'all give it out of 10?
Let's say 9.
I'd also go a 9 as well. Yeah. It was really good.
I still haven't given it a rewatch. I've only seen it the
I
one
don't either.
time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rewatch it when it comes to
But
Disney
I'm
Plus.
gonna go with 9, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 9.
I
I
honestly
think
think
at
it could
first
be
I
bumped
was-
up to 10.
See, at first I was like fresh out the theater, I was leaning like 8.5. And then just like the more I thought about it, I slept on it, like woke up still thinking about the movie and like cool things about it and things I enjoyed. So I was like, all right, you know what? That's
It made
gotta
you
be a
care about
9.
a group of characters that you wouldn't usually care about, which is like a very
Genuinely.
like Guardians of the Galaxy, the Suicide Squad type of thing.
Well, because
you
if we're
know?
being
Like,
Even the
completely real,
Avengers.
if we're being
Even
completely
reminiscent
real,
of
like
Avengers 1.
every single character in that, except for John Walker and Bucky, I literally did not care about. Like Black Widow is one of the only Marvel MCU movies that I've never finished. First time I went to watch it, I fell asleep in the middle of it. I've just never felt the need to finish it. And
That's fair.
that's Yelena and Red Guardian. So like coming into this movie, I was kind of even like
I think it's
straight
overrated.
up barely even see. Yeah, see, like I'm not even necessarily
The
hating on it.
CGI,
I
the
just
CGI is
I
not great at
admit
some
that
point,
I
but the
just
story is
haven't
actually
I
pretty
haven't
good.
watched it all. So like I admit that I just don't have
Black Widow should have been dropped after Civil War.
I
and
agree,
would've loved it.
Yeah.
but it
Oh,
doesn't like it
100%.
doesn't make the movie like worse if that
But
makes
No,
sense.
it
Taskmaster
doesn't. It's
also
just,
from
it's
that
just
movie.
unneeded.
And-
All it did
yeah.
was introduce characters, I guess. I'll give it that.
But yeah, I guess we'll also preface this by if you happen to not see Thunderbolts by now, we
Yeah,
will
definitely.
definitely be talking about spoilers. So
Yeah.
you have
I
been
love-
warned.
I love the way it handled like depression and like especially
Oh, yeah.
like Yelena and Bob's, you know,
Yeah, and just
how
the
he kind
mental
of
health.
You know,
the,
I'm gonna be
vo-
honest.
the void being that like depression.
I think
that
they
he
should be a
into.
couple. I'm gonna say it, bro. I think they should be a couple.
I'm not falling for it.
I don't know, bro. I think it works.
I'm Team Sentry and Hulk, man.
I saw a video and it said I'm not falling for this MCU bait, and
Low
it
key,
was
though. I
was
need that, bro. I need the
Bob and Yelena's relationship, and then like Captain Carter, and it's like I'm not falling for MCU bait.
No, I mean, real talk though. Now that Sentry is here, I need that Sentry Hulk.
So,
friendship.
How many
right
people
now.
do you guys like? Who all in New York do you guys think experienced the void? I definitely think Spider-Man and Daredevil did.
Well, for being completely real, low-key, Erwin.
Well,
If
like,
you were
who
in
do
New
you
York,
think we might see in the future? Like,
they
guess
just
that's
had
it.
to have been in New York at the moment. So like,
right? Like
'Cause
maybe
the whole
in
entire
the
New
movie
York
or in Daredevil season 2, like we see their void.
because here's my thing. I mean, this is just classic, like thinking too much into it, like comic book movie stuff and the loopholes, all that kind of stuff.
They're
But I'm
never
like,
going to go back into the.
well,
void
my thing
stuff,
is like,
probably.
bro, if that all that, if they were there, if Spider-Man and Daredevil were there in New York and that shit was going down, they would have pulled up. But obviously, like, there's real world state situations, contracts with movies, signed, like all that filming. So obviously,
No, they were just sleeping.
regardless. But yeah, that's my thing. Like, so like,
Well,
I don't know, but if they were there, they would have. Why would Spider-Man? You like were there?
Daredevil didn't know anything was going on. He
Dude,
already
shit.
sees a void, so it's like.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Insane.
crazy.
And
Insane.
Spider-Man, he just didn't set his alarm, so.
But I mean, I don't even know. I don't even.
Spider-Man
know.
was late delivering pizzas. That's what was going on.
I get that. I could see that actually. Yeah.
Oh my God! What if in the next movie Spider-Man's trapped in the void and there's no way home,
Yeah.
and he's
No.
and,
And
he's
that's
far
going to
from home.
create a brand new day.
Oh my God! And he's far from home, and then when he finally gets there,
And
it's
guess who he
homecoming.
finds in the
Hulk.
in the void?
Mephisto.
Iron Man. Oh.
Oh my God!
Iron Man.
And he gives
Oh,
it. And
speaking
Iron
of
Man. And Iron
Mephisto.
Man gives him a new suit.
Oh wait,
And
let's
he's
let's
not dressed like Iron Man. He's dressed
Wait.
like Uncle Ben.
let's go to the post-credit of Thunderbolts before we move on to Mephisto and Ironheart.
Well, we haven't even really talked about Thunderbolts yet, really. Just about how it was.
Yeah, we
sick.
have it. I would say
Uh,
my favorite. Okay, what's
one
y'all's
thing-
favorite dynamic? Because mine is U.S. Agent and Bob.
Dude, I
because
love U.S. Agent. He's one of my favorite characters. I honestly, let me
facts.
think about this for a second before I just say it, but best character post Endgame.
I don't, yeah,
Okay,
maybe
wait. Let me ask for
Like it
clarification.
new.
No.
new,
I'm asking for that.
new.
Like you're saying, he's the best. Like not he's a good like person, but like just
Yeah.
characters
Right,
in
Definitely, he's
general.
not.
well-written character.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was making sure we're not getting a John Walker was right situation.
Oh,
Nah.
absolutely not. No, I
Okay,
definitely, yeah. But he's just such a like deeply complex character, and
okay, that's fair.
So,
Yeah,
he's
did you
shown a
guys
lot of
catch the
growth,
like?
and I just think, I think I'm trying to think of other characters that were made like that were introduced post Endgame, but
No, but like the biggest
gotta
thing
be
in that
him.
movie
Loki.
is like
Loki was probably a good one.
Well, no, but he
when he
wasn't
first
introduced
meets
post Endgame.
Bob,
Oh yeah,
he calls him Bobby, right? And then like when he realizes that his in the void that his dad calls him Bobby and he doesn't like that, he calls him Bob at the end of the movie. That right
Yeah.
there,
See, that's the thing. That's
phenomenal
what I like
writing.
about US Agent is he deep down, I think he's a good person deep down, and he knows like that he needs like the right things that he needs to do and everything like that, but he's human, and he's made mistakes, and he's trying to work through them, and
At least
that's
in the
why I think he's
MCU,
just a
guys.
goated
No idea what he's
yeah.
like in comics.
Yeah, no, I'm not really
Got
read up
no
on Captain
clue.
America in general, so like,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I think it's great, and whatever his name is, the actor,
oh Wyatt Russell.
Bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
Russell does an absolutely phenomenal job.
He's the son of Kurt Russell.
And I'll stand on business with this. As much as I like them both, Falcon and Winter Soldier were wrong for the way they treated him at first.
At first,
Oh, at first.
especially in the car with
Yeah. Well, like just when
Battlestar.
they
Dude,
very first met, like exactly, like he didn't
rewatching
ask.
that shit
He didn't
the
ask for this,
second
and didn't
Lamar
I
earn
mean,
it.
to be
says his
fair,
name
they
is
were.
Battlestar, Bucky was done, bro. And it's the funniest shit. He literally goes Battlescar and stops at the
Yeah.
motherfucker and says, "Stop the car." That
To
is
be
so
fair,
funny.
from their point
No,
of
no,
view,
that
though,
show in general is so goaded.
they were watching their best friend's legacy be tainted by
Oh,
him and the U.S. government.
of course,
You
but
know,
it wasn't like
Steve would have never worked
John
for the
Walker's
government.
fault. And I'm gonna be honest,
No, it was
is
Sam's fault.
I totally think Steve 100% would have been like not happy with the way they treated him and stuff, and he
Yeah.
would have wanted John to like. I think like obviously he wanted Sam, but like just the way things went down, and just the circumstance, Sam giving up the shield and everything like that, and them just presenting it
And
to John Walker. I think Cap definitely would have been upset with the way
I've been seeing some
that
discourse
they handled it.
on who's stronger, right? Captain America or John Walker.
I got John Walker all day.
I got
I
John
don't.
Walker because
That
when you
being
take into
said, Cap will whoop his
consideration,
ass. That being said,
right?
Cap would whoop his ass.
Exactly.
But
In terms
But
of
he's
physical strength,
stronger
yeah, just as far as pure
because
strength,
he's a peak human. And when Cap
Yeah.
got the serum, Cap's a scrawny
Yep.
guy. But
agreed.
Cap's got a bigger fight in him. Cap's
And on
whooping his
top of
ass all
that,
day. 100%.
his serum was more perfected.
Exactly.
This was Cap got the first, or obviously not the first, because that's like whatever his
Well,
name.
Cap got
But-
the one and only serum, technically. Like,
Well, yeah, but no,
the
I'm talking
best
about.
one.
Why am I blanking on his name? The first Black Captain America.
Isaiah Bradley.
Isaiah Bradley.
Yeah, Isaiah Bradley. He got it first, actually, right? Like he got it before Steve, I thought, right?
No, he got it.
No,
after.
after. He was the second.
after.
He was the
Okay,
second.
okay.
It was
I
a-
remember
it was a
they were.
different
I
war.
know they were the first.
Because they tested
But-
on multiple people, and he was the only one that survived.
He
Yeah,
was in,
that's what it was. So that's what it is.
Which war was he in? He wasn't in World War II. Was it Vietnam?
It's either Nam or
The Viltrumite War.
I'm trying to think because
Invincible.
he fights Bucky in the war, and it's before like Bucky's the Winter Soldier, and it's before the Winter Soldier has his vibranium arm. Dude, I would pay massive money to watch that fight. A young Isaiah Bradley versus the Winter Soldier in his early years.
I'm excited for the Young Avengers, like when we get like Patriot and
I'm
all that
half
stuff.
excited.
I mean,
They
after
gotta
something
put the right
like
actors in it.
Thunderbolts, which making me think like I could care less, and it being this fire, I kind of am.
I think with like a Young Avengers, you gotta cast some people that like some young kids that are great at acting, like some Stranger Things or some Outer Banks. Like
what are the
type of-
characters? What are the characters that are going to be in this? We think so? Like who?
Well, we definitely have Kate Bishop, Hawkeye.
right?
We have Miss Marvel.
Cassie,
We
and
have
then
we
Cassie.
have Stature. Yeah, we have Wiccan.
Patriot,
We have probably Patriot. Yeah, so
and
we're
Speed
missing.
now too
Well,
because
yes,
of Agatha.
Yeah, we have
So
Speed.
that's already
Oh,
6.
I'm not gonna be in this
They're
show,
only
bro.
missing Hulkling and Iron Lad. And Hulkling's already rumored to appear in the MCU soon.
honestly, I think you say no Iron Lad and do Ironheart and
I
call
also
it
think it would make sense if you don't do Hulkling, since you already introduced him, put Scar there.
yeah, but no, because you got to have Hulkling because of the Wiccan
For
dynamic.
Wiccan, I get that, but like you already we haven't seen Scar since She-Hulk, and
No,
you just
that is
introduce
facts.
him and don't do shit.
There was no reason to introduce him. That's for damn
No
sure.
reason at all. He should.
I mean, they
But-
could make Scar Hulkling, but that's just like a whole.
Bro, I'm
Yeah,
just
that- I
we
don't know
need the
about
whole
that.
comeback ASAP, bro. We need the whole comeback ASAP.
Yeah, but no, then
But
I
Hulkling's
think
a Skrull,
Ironheart.
right?
Ironheart's probably gonna end with her going to
What?
Young Avengers as well.
Wait, what did you just say?
Is Hulkling a Skrull?
Oh, I thought you said it's Hulk a scroll. Like
No,
right now.
no,
Hulkling,
no.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
did
he's,
I miss something?
Hulkling's a Skrull. Yeah,
or he's part Skrull, I think.
part
Like, he's-
Skrull, maybe part Gamma or something.
Yeah, I
I
think he's
only
half.
read the Young Avengers Volume 1. I've never really dove into it.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Well, if you guys like the Young Avengers, what do you guys think of the new Avengers?
I'm
fucking with it.
Yeah.
I
Like-
think the only thing they're missing is a Hulk style character, like a big monster, which should have been Thunderbolt Ross. But
Well, I mean, but Sentry.
Yeah.
yes,
but he doesn't
but
really
I
have
put
powers right now.
Sentry in Thor's spot, in my opinion,
Wait,
because
what?
he's like a god in a way.
Okay,
enough.
that's fair. But like, okay, that's fair. I mean, who do you think would be a good character for that? Then maybe let's think.
Red Hulk.
Yeah, but that's obvious. I mean, that's obviously not gonna happen.
I mean, with what they did with Abomination and She-Hulk, he could work too.
Oh.
I mean, he's
oh,
not bad.
yeah,
Amadeus
you know
Cho.
what?
Amadeus Cho.
Dude, please. But he wouldn't work on that team, bro. He, well, I mean, he would, I guess.
That
But like,
would be fire.
I love Amadeus
bro.
Show, bro. I
Like
love
they go to,
Amadeus.
they need some help with the Fantastic Four ship approaching, and they're like, we need a specialist, and they go to Amadeus Cho, and then
They already introduced him. I don't know if you guys watched the
Wait,
Friendly
what?
Neighborhood Spider-Man show, but he's in that shit.
Oh, well,
Amadeus
that's not
but
it.
it's not
He's
canon.
not canon, but like,
It
That's
was.
dope, though. I gotta check. Was he just Amadeus, or did he? Was
Yeah,
he,
just
was he
Amadeus for
totally
now.
awesome Hulk?
nah, not yet.
The
But
fuck?
he
Totally
has the
awesome.
personality that he's gonna be
Plus,
totally awesome.
that would add some like really, because that's already like a funny team dynamic. That would add an even funnier one to it if you throw
Definitely
him in there.
would. But like,
Throw some
they
smart
are
ass
all
on it,
criminals.
Yeah.
Low key, where I'm at right now, New Avengers are better than the Avengers currently.
Well, so that's the thing.
I don't. If we're being real, like, who even are the Avengers
so-
right now?
It's said that Sam assembled
Yeah, I
his team
know,
off
bro.
screen.
So dumb. So
So
bad.
pissed off
But-
about that.
So what is? So what are we predicting? It's got
Captain
Sam,
America. Captain
Hulk,
America.
Ant-Man,
Sam.
Wasp, Sam.
Wait, it's She-Hulk, probably not Hulk. Be my guess.
I think they're both on it.
You
Honestly.
think both?
Yeah, because they don't. They
oh.
won't have Thor.
Shang-Chi
So I
and
think
Wong
they'll both-
and Doctor Strange.
Shang-Chi and Wong, definitely.
Captain
Doctor
Marvel.
Strange probably won't be
Strange
on
is
the
in the
team.
multiverse,
Yeah, he's in the
so-
multiverse.
Captain Marvel, right?
Captain Marvel.
Okay, the thing is with her,
Dude, I
don't
still
know if
gotta watch
she's gonna be
the
an
Marvels.
Avenger
Holy
or
shit.
she's gonna be focused on getting Monica back. So like she's kind of like in that mix. Because Monica's with the X-Men.
Spider-Man. I'm still so curious on how they're gonna handle the whole like everyone forgot Peter Parker, but did they forget Spider-Man? You know what I mean? Situation.
Well, they didn't forget Spider-Man, so that's the crazy part.
Yeah, so then
That
like
means-
so then in that sense he's still an Avenger actually, right? And
Yeah,
that's-
no,
so-
he is. But
yeah.
the only people that know that are Doctor Strange and Tony Stark. And Tony's dead. And
Well,
Doctor Strange is
but
in
the
multiverse.
other people still know Spider-Man is an Avenger. They just don't know Peter Parker. You know what I mean? Like
Nah, because Iron Man initiated him, and Doctor Strange was the only one on that ship. And unless Tony told them all, like, you know, over the course of that 5 years, that like he recruited a kid called Spider-Man, and like he's an Avenger now. Like they remember him from
Oh,
Civil
he was
War.
he was Infinity War. He helped them out in Infinity War. They remember him. He was or in Endgame too. He was on the field helping them all.
yeah.
Right, but all those people aren't Avengers. Cap says Avengers Assemble, but dude,
They're
you
all
got
Avengers.
motherfuckers like
They're all Avengers, bro. Avengers Unlimited.
no, bro, no,
Avengers
dude,
Unlimited.
All those Wakandan soldiers, Avengers.
no, bro.
Every single one of them, bro. Every single one of them. They laid their lives on the line, bro. Those are Avengers right there, bro.
I agree.
They was avenging, that's for sure. Oh, one thing for sure also, on your left, that was fire.
It was hilarious, bro. I
On
don't
your
care if
left.
people were mad. That was so funny.
I don't understand why anyone was mad at that. Like,
No,
it was just a
yeah.
funny little nod.
It was a
So
great
funny.
callback.
Yeah. They had a good amount of those. But yeah, also touching
did.
on that post-credit scene with the whole new Avengers, everything like that. One, I need that Bucky hair routine. Two, all the suits looked absolutely phenomenal.
Dude, and that's what they're gonna look like in Doomsday because it's
Three,
set in Doomsday.
that's fantastic.
Okay,
Four,
wait. Back to the suits.
Here's the question, though.
I wish he had the helmet and not the beret. U.S. agent. Like the
Yeah,
beret's
that
cool
is
and all, but
that is fair.
I'm a big fan of the helmet.
That is fair. Here's the
But
question of
the
the
rest
day,
is true.
though. Is it the Fantastic Four or is it Doom in the ship?
it's Doom. It's Doom.
I think it's all of them.
Here's
Doom.
the thing.
Doom's hiding
With
in
Franklin
the
Richards
closet.
being born, I think Franklin is going to be how the Fantastic Four get to the MCU.
No, it's just gonna like pop
But
out.
Doom
and,
is
like,
going to be
reality
left,
warp.
right? Doom's going to be left like while Galactus is destroying their world. He's going to take their ship and he's going to get out of there. That's what I think.
Dude. Fantastic Four is gonna be epic. That's one thing for sure, man. I was just thinking about it. Thunderbolts went. It literally couldn't have gone better for like what coming out of Captain America
setting
Sam
up.
Wilson. People kind of like being a little bit lower on the MCU again. Kind of like, damn, like not this shit again.
They
And
got him
then
hyped.
coming into a movie that no one cared about, and then it just made it, and it was amazing. Now we're going into a movie everyone cares about, and so now I'm very hopeful, especially after something like that.
What do y'all
Yeah.
think of what do y'all think of Ironheart trailer?
It looks pretty
I'm
good.
just gonna keep
honestly.
it a buck. I actually have not watched it yet. I like
You should. It looks pretty good.
It looks really good. And we're getting
It's got
Mephisto.
yeah, it's gonna have Mephisto.
It got
and the
Mephisto
hood.
in it.
Yeah.
And the
All right,
hood,
what
bro.
the fuck?
And the hood. The hood looks
Bo-Rat is
bro's
rumored to
got
play
aura.
Mephisto. The actor for Bo-Rat is rumored to. He's
Sacha
in
Baron
the show.
Cohen.
Borat?
Yeah, yeah.
Sacha
Wait,
Baron
like-
he's in the show and he's rumored to be playing Mephisto.
Wait, Borat is playing Mephisto?
That's
Yeah.
the rumor, bro. That's the rumor. He's in the show.
Wait,
And
like
Mephisto
Borat,
is also going to be
No,
in the
no.
show.
Sacha Baron Cohen, the actor who plays Borat.
Well, yeah, obviously.
But
but like,
no, Bo-Rat.
But yeah.
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 dude, that's wild. That's I don't. It's kind of fire.
interesting,
bro. That's
bro.
kind of
It's
fire. It's kind of.
It's kind of a good casting.
Yeah, it's something. And then it's got the I always forget his name, the actor, but he's playing the hood. He's in Twisters. He's in Transformers: Rise of the Beast.
Oh,
he's like the main human in that.
Ramos.
Yeah, it's something, bro.
Something
I
Ramos.
always
I forget his first name.
great
it's not
actor,
Andre.
phenomenal actor. But yeah, dude, I'm
Anthony.
so bad with names, dude.
I
can
feel like it
tell you
starts with
what
an A.
movies
It's
they're
like
in, but
Anthony
their
or
names-
Andre or
It might be Anthony.
Anthony
I don't want
Ramos.
to get it wrong, but it might be Anthony Ramos. That sounds.
Sounds right. I thought it started with an A.
I
Yeah,
have no
I
idea
think
who
it
you're
does.
talking about.
You would know him if you saw him. I promise. you.
Yeah.
He's got one of those faces.
I mean, I gotta watch that. I honestly kept on forgetting, but it looks good.
It does
Yeah.
look good. Yeah.
And the hood, bro. Dude, I've read
I
up
think
on
it's-
that character. I'm excited.
I think it's gonna be funny too because she was the funniest part of Wakanda Forever. So it looks
It
like
was
it's
hilarious.
Yeah. So I think it'll have
Yeah.
like those funny tones, but it'll switch to pretty serious pretty fast.
Do you
Bro's
guys
got
think
the
we're
magic
gonna
pistols
see-
too. The hood, the magic bullets.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys think we're gonna see the AI version of Tony Stark, similar to how we saw the recorded thing for Morgan at the end of Endgame?
Maybe. I think if
I
anything,
hope not, bro.
we'll
Let
get his
that
voice.
motherfucker die.
I think we'll get his voice maybe.
His voice, like
Like a
dude,
recorded
imagine his voice
message.
as an AI, like Jarvis.
Yeah, I don't know if he'd come in and do. Well, actually,
I
he's
don't know.
DD Doctor Doom. He might voice act for him.
Dude, that would be crazy, bro.
So we get
That would
get
be
Tony
wild.
back, but as an AI like voice.
Dude, that would honestly, I wouldn't be mad. That would be pretty cool.
That would be pretty sick.
Tony is.
I
the new
cannot
Vision.
wait, dude. I love these TV shows, but having to bear through the starter suit to wait to the end to get the really cool suit,
I know, bro, because
'cause-
she's gonna get the comic accuracy.
dude.
and
The
I
pink
really
with the
want it.
heart, and I hope so.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to be
Facts.
pink. The red one's cool too. Like
I
whichever
do hope
color.
Agreed,
they
yeah.
do what they did for Andor, though. I hope they drop like 3 episodes, then 3 episodes, then the last 3 or something. However many
Yeah.
it is. Like I don't want to wait week to week, bro. I'm so tired of that.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of it.
It's like, dude, this is why we bought your streaming service instead of cable.
Like, dude, nobody knows how good Netflix used to be, bro. They used to drop the whole seasons of everything.
Here's my
bro.
thing. I'm back and forth about it. For like, obviously for viewing purposes, it's annoying to have to wait for an entire week. But
For content purposes, though.
Yeah, for content, and not only
Yeah.
that, it's just like it keeps the show more relevant. It keeps it excited. It keeps the conversations going. And that like it's fun to be able to like talk with the homies about like what you think is going
That's
to
true.
happen next episode and
That
like
is true.
Yeah.
theorize for
The
a week and
anticipation.
everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But then yeah, exactly at the same time. But then also it absolutely sucked balls when it ends on a crazy cliffhanger, and you're just like, nah.
I forgot
Invincible.
we skipped completely over the Peacemaker trailer when we were talking about Superman.
We did.
We did.
Let's
Peacemaker
just
season
say.
2.
Let's just say it's multiverse time. I
Let's
promise.
just say.
It's
So
peacemaking
let's just
time.
go ahead and get that out of the way. We want to talk about it. The double Peacemaker at the end.
The other Peacemaker is probably the DCU Peacemaker, and
that's
the
what I was saying.
yeah,
So
he's
wait,
going
what?
from
So
the
which?
DCEU to the
I
DCU.
totally agree. But which Peacemaker do you think we were watching the whole trailer?
The one that it went
The
over.
DCEU.
Like
Yeah.
the original one,
Our
the original
Peacemaker, yeah,
Yes,
from
he's
and
original.
gonna
then the
replace
new
the
and
DCU
then
one.
that Peacemaker that came in at the end, like that hit him with this.
DCU.
That's
DCU
the
Peacemaker.
new Peacemaker, and he's gonna come in and take his spot. You're saying?
Probably gonna kill him on some Rick and Morty shit.
And then take his spot. Yeah, his dad's still gonna be alive. His brother's gonna be
His
alive.
dad's alive and his brother's alive, bro. And his brother's most likely played, I forget the actor, but the dude that dated Pam in The Office in the beginning.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Oh,
Roy.
the
Roy?
In the show, and he's
The
supposed to
stockroom
be
guy,
Peacemaker's
like the-
brother.
the
Yeah.
like yeah, the like or like
Honestly, like I could see him killing the DCU Peacemaker and then just like taking his spot and then like having like to try to like live his life, but then his dad and his brother like recognize him immediately as like not who they know.
But do you think everybody else is gonna go with him if they take that route? Hardcore Economos, Amanda Waller, her daughter, maybe like.
Wait,
No.
what do you mean by that?
I think there.
Like if
I think
he
the
goes
first.
to the DCU, are they gonna come with him?
I
Or
think
is-
the first half of the season's going to take place in the DCEU. Like, and then he's
Right,
going to
but-
go over.
in the scene, like we know he gets there like through basically his headquarters, his base with all the doors.
Uh-huh.
In the trailer, there's a shot where Harcourt's in that room, Economos is in that room, Amanda Waller's daughter's in that room. I don't know, bro. That'd
So
be
maybe
Like
he
his
goes
room?
through the
I didn't
door.
notice that.
Peacemaker holds up the gun, and then everyone else comes through the door. And they're like, "Hey, what's going on?" And then they kill the Peacemaker.
that would be crazy.
Dude,
And
I
that's just
gotta
how the-
rewatch
imagine that's how the
Peacemaker
show
season
ends.
1.
Like season 2 just ends like that, like him killing himself and taking over.
I gotta rewatch that season 1, man. Wait, so I'm still a little bit confused. Y'all are saying the Peacemaker at the end that comes in to kill him
Is the DCU Peacemaker?
is the
I
new
agree.
Peacemaker.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
Okay.
new universe. Yeah, but the one from the DCEU is going to kill him and take his spot in the new DCU. And then we're going to see him like try out for the Justice League and try to make.
Oh,
a life
I
in this
see.
new
So the one that's
universe.
coming in to kill him is gonna fail, you're saying.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, that's what I was getting a little bit confused. Oh, okay, that would make
And
a lot
then
of sense.
our Peacemaker is going to take his life in the DCU, like take over as the main Peacemaker.
That makes the most sense in my opinion too.
Yeah. That okay, dude. Yeah, I'm excited, man.
Who do y'all
I've
think
seen
Michael
people
Rooker's
theorizing
playing?
When is that?
Clayface?
Isn't that like right after Superman? Like a month or two
Yeah.
after
It's
Yeah.
August.
August?
But I've
Hey,
seen people
hey.
theorizing it could be Clayface.
Yeah, we gonna watch it together.
I don't know. I don't know.
Speaking
if I
of
would
that,
do
just totally. I think
Wait.
we might have thought of the same thing, maybe. But
Can
no.
we order Peacemaker helmets to watch it?
I mean, if we can, if that is that a thing you. I mean, I would assume you could buy. From
It's probably on
somewhere.
Etsy. Yeah, they probably got
3D printers or something.
Yeah.
But
Clayface?
yeah, I'm very excited about Peacemaker. But yeah, I was gonna say, Cliff, that just made me think about. Have you guys seen the theories of people thinking that Absolute Bane is Clayface?
Yes,
I did
and I
not see that.
kind of might be behind it
Dude,
because what
Oh,
the fuck?
are we jumping into comics?
I'm down. We can
No.
jump right into
Okay.
comics because I mean, yeah, we normally.
Everything.
Oh,
So start with Absolute Batman.
Yeah, Killer
Might as
Croc
well,
is
yeah.
probably going to be coming
Killer
soon.
Croc is definitely going to be turned. Yep.
Almost
Sadly
certainly.
enough.
But I will say, what if he's doesn't become a villain though?
I think he's going to be a good
Yeah.
guy.
And he's gonna be-
but I don't think all his friends are going to be.
He's
good
not going to be
guys.
Killer Croc. He's going to be Savior
Croc, probably.
Sa-
Should go by
Savior,
Croc.
Savior Croc.
What if he doesn't even? What if
Jesus
he's
Croc.
something else? Like, what if he doesn't get changed into Killer Croc? He's turned
He's
into
turned into
somebody
like
else.
a King
Bro's
Shark.
like a kaiju, just
King
like
Shark. That he can turn into. I mean, Gorilla
The
Grodd
lizard.
is green and looks like Beast Boy. Anything is possible, bro. Anything.
True.
Anything.
Oh, who do y'all think Mr. Freeze is working for when he's talking on
The Joker.
You think it's the Joker? Okay. Well, I don't know, but they
I don't
introduced the
know, man. I
Joker.
was thinking it
I
was
feel like
maybe.
they would have said, hey, like it's the Joker. Like they would
I
have
was thinking
clarified.
it could maybe be the Legion.
I think it's someone else. Yeah.
Deathstroke could be possible. We know we're getting
Legion.
him
It
eventually.
could be Hugo if he's in charge of Arc M. We don't really know who's in
Arc
charge of
M.
Arc M.
Yeah, that would probably make the most sense. It being Hugo in charge of Arkham. If it's not the Joker, I mean, the
It's
Joker
someone-
is a sane dude here,
it
so
might
that's
be the
already
Joker.
terrifying.
I mean,
That
it's
is
someone
true.
who's being tested on, but also like it says like I mean, Bane's gonna be like this monstrosity. Dude, did you see the thing that they called the Arc Abomination because of the Chuck Dixon thing?
Yeah, Scott Snyder's goaded for that one.
Yeah,
I
Chuck
love
Dixon
that.
called this new Bane an abomination, so he named the next arc Abomination.
I love Scott Snyder for that. That's awesome.
He's
That's
great.
so goaded.
It's goated. But that
But
picture he
dude,
shared of like with the Abomination, like
Took
what
me
the
forever to even find
what the
Bane's
hell
head.
even is that, bro? Like
Dude,
that's what
Bane's
makes
head
like
is on
that's
it.
what makes you think the Clayface is like.
Yeah.
I think
that's-
Arc. I don't think it's Joker because I think Joker is a product of Arc M, like with like the baby suit and him absorbing like it into like to turn human. Like I think he's a product of whatever experiments are happening at Arc M. So someone else is in charge.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it was another great issue. That's for
It
sure.
was freaking fire.
And I can't wait for
I am
Battle.
glad to have him, Dragato back on art, though. I didn't mind the
Yeah.
art; it was pretty good. But Dragato's art really goes well with Snyder's writing for this run.
I definitely agree. I definitely prefer Dragato, but yeah, I do think whatever his name was,
Green Lantern Corps, the new artist, is
Martin, did great.
really good.
I
Yeah,
haven't read that issue yet, but
it was good.
that's
it
good.
was-
Dude,
to hear.
I love the new
That's
art.
good to hear.
I wish, yeah, it was good. That's all I'm gonna say.
The issue was all right, but yeah, the art was amazing. The ending was pretty good.
Ending was
But-
great. Yeah,
It's time we've waited long enough. We got to talk.
yeah,
about
we
it.
did. Got to talk about it.
What are we talking about?
Battle
Beast.
Oh, Battle Beast.
Battle Beast.
Listen, bro, I said this in Discord the other night, and I'm standing on it. 2 issues that I personally read because I got to read issue 2 early.
I read 2 as
Top 3 ongoing book right now for me. Plain and simple.
That is so crazy. I'm not gonna lie, but I haven't read issue 2, obviously, so I don't know. Maybe, but
It's just
Noah.
Invincible is one of my favorite comics. So having Kirkman and Otley both back on a book,
and I mean, I can't blame it because that first issue
So
was
good.
like, I mean, it was in
The second issue was
Hey.
gas.
second
too.
issue is so good, bro.
So
Oh my
I didn't
God.
get the second issue in my blind bag, but Noah, not podcast Noah, other Noah. I got
news.
2 of the Invincible Spider-Man team ups, and he got 2 of the issue 2s. So we
Oh,
just
nice. You
swapped
Hell
them.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's dope.
nice.
and
Yeah, no, I wish I'm not too crazy about because it's like I'm gonna get the issue 2 eventually, obviously, so I'm not
Yeah.
too worried about it. But and then
Yeah,
in
I
that
mean, now
sense-
I gotta wait.
now yeah, exactly. Now you
2
gotta wait
months
2
to read
months for the
issue
next
3.
issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but yeah, no, I mean it was phenomenal. And I was telling some of the boys about it, yeah, like in Discord or something, that going into it, I was a little bit hesitant because normally I'm not into characters or books too much that are just pure action and like not really too much else going on. Obviously, I can appreciate an issue that's like that or whatever throughout an entire book that like built up to a big fight or whatever. But regardless, I'm normally not too into that. I like a little bit more substance. And so Battle Beast is kind of a character that is purely act like to a T, like that's all that dude is, and just like obviously that
But there's-
dude's just about
And then he
There's
starts talking in
substance,
but-
quotes. He's
Yeah,
like
there's
fighting
substance
while talking
in
in
the
quotes.
so because of that, I was a little bit like hesitant, but after reading it,
Yeah.
it was phenomenal. I mean, the storytelling by Kirkman is amazing. Otley's art is phenomenal. Like Stu said,
Because it's not
they
like-
work together so well, and exactly. Then once you start getting a little bit more backstory about Battle Beast and everything like that, you start learning. At least me personally, I don't know if you guys knew that as Invincible readers, but
Not really. You
learning a
don't
little
really
bit
learn too
more
much.
about why he's doing this, and it's sweet.
All
Yeah,
you
it's
learn in
usually you get
Invincible
a
about him
character-
is he loves to fight, and that's all he really wants to do. So this is giving a lot more to his character, which is amazing.
Yeah, with like action heavy comics like that, usually you get a character who is just fighting a lot. But in this case, you get a character where the fighting is a part of his character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, and
literally.
To his core,
Like,
the
he
fight
lives
is
to
his
fight.
whole character. Yeah.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
objective is to find someone who can finally kill him, which
Yeah.
we know how that ends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nate
Crazy.
doesn't, but yes.
Him is oh crap. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it was definitely a phenomenal issue. Yeah, I don't know what happens in issue 2, but I love the
Peace.
way they left it off and everything like that with the little fool he grabbed.
Yeah, bro. Shit was funny.
He's like, food for later.
Fresher longer.
Yeah, straight demon time, bro. Or I guess.
Dude, I know
beast
we saw the panel when they released the preview, but with him with the cloak walking on the planet,
Dude, seeing that
it's aura.
was...
It's aura.
insane.
And then you flip the page and it's the whole, like, the spread, bro. It's beautiful.
I will say though, my aura farming moment of the week is Aquaman.
Yes.
See, damn. I saw that panel because like either you sent it or posted it on your story. Someone posted it on the story, but
I think it was Zane.
I
think it was
saw. I
Zane.
haven't read that issue yet.
The
but
lightning,
he's
the
been aura
waves,
farming
the
the
cloak.
whole
Dude.
freaking series.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite runs right now, bro. It is
It's
so good.
so good.
It's really
Yeah.
good, man. I mean, as far as DC main continuity, it might be top 3. Or I mean, it's got to be. I mean,
Superman's number
Superman. Yeah,
one.
Superman's the only one I can like definitively put above it. Right.
And then
now.
I would say Aquaman, and then for me personally, probably Nightwing.
I'm not big on the Nightwing run as most people. I like the new
I'm not
issue.
either, but I'm a big
Well,
Tom
I'm gonna
Taylor
go-
fan. Most
I'm gonna
people hate
go-
Tom Taylor, so
I'm gonna go Superman.
Superman
then,
as well.
Superman,
for me.
Aquaman, and then I'm gonna go Green Lantern.
oh shit, that's all. Yeah, that's been
I'd
really
go
good.
Superman, Green Lantern, and
2
Poison Ivy.
Jeremy Adams books, though. Wow, dude.
Yeah, I might have to throw Green Lantern above Nightwing too. Jeremy Adams is crushing it, dude.
He's really knocking it out, man. I mean, he's doing his thing.
I mean, he's handling 2 of the 7 from
Yeah.
the Justice
Yeah.
League and
And-
killing
and
them both.
doing it
And
well.
he
And he
inspired
just came
Green
off
Lantern
Flash.
for
He's
it.
like Aquaman. He's like straight like revive.
His next
like,
book better be
like
Justice League, bro, 'cause he's the next
resurrecting
Jeff
Aquaman,
Johns.
bro.
Give
Plain
him
and simple.
Superman. Give him Superman after Williamson.
Isn't
Dude,
that
I
the
feel
same
like he
order
would have a
that
great
Johns
Superman,
wrote
dude.
the characters? Flash,
he
Green
did
Lantern,
Flash.
Aquaman, Justice League, right?
That's actually exactly the order.
You might
Dude,
be
if he
right,
gets
yeah.
Justice League after Wade and Mora, oh my god.
No,
bro.
because yeah, he did.
Who would
he
you
did-
want to draw
he did
with, like
Flash.
to draw with him with that?
He
honestly,
Oh,
John
I know.
Timms, bro.
Wait.
I'm cool with John Timms.
Zermanico?
He did Flash with a Flash event. Jeff
Yeah.
Johns. Jeremy Adams did Flash with a Flash event. 10-minute or 1-minute war.
1 minute war.
Then he did Green Lantern with a Green Lantern event. We got the Shattered Spectrum and whatever's coming next. Then he's doing Aquaman, and it like was revolutionary for Aquaman. And then he did one of the best Justice League runs of all time.
And yeah, Jeremy's basically almost.
Jeremy
yeah,
Adams
wow.
and John Timms on Justice League or Zermanico
I would go with
fire.
Zermanico, yeah.
Zermanico, I love
I love his art. I love it.
Zermanico is fire,
Honestly-
and his shit on Green Lantern was just straight gas, like insane.
I got a different pick. I'm gonna put Jeremy Adams with somebody new. Give me Jeremy Adams and Adrian Gutierrez on a Justice League.
Hey, I like that.
I
Look,
think they cook.
I'm not as big on Adrian Gutierrez as everyone else. I like his.
Dude, I love his
I like
art.
his work. I think his work was perfect on Blue Beetle. Like
That
perfect
is what
for Blue
100%
Beetle.
That's fair.
And
I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm cool with it on World's Finest, but I really want something more defined for a Justice League book. Like
I
his
dig
stuff
not
is
that
mad
kind of
at
like
that.
art on
Yeah.
Zermanico.
because it fit the tone.
yeah, exactly. I want
But-
something more like less goofy and more like like more defined.
I can't
more
believe
Like the
Like,
Kingdom
yeah.
Come arc was definitely the most serious arc in World's Finest. So far.
Exactly, and Dan Mora's artwork perfectly for that.
Yeah, and before that, it was the arc
But-
with
I'm not gonna lie, I
What's
still
his
think
name? The
that
kid.
might be Dan
Kid.
Mora's best work.
the
Yeah.
Kingdom Come. I kind of agree, bro.
I'm with you.
It's
Or
between
Absolute
that
Power.
and Absolute Power. Yeah, for me.
Dude, with the dark colors.
Or honestly,
Yeah.
he just keeps on getting better because like his Superman.
I'm
stuff
ready
has
to
been
see
really
him draw
good,
this
too.
800 character panel or whatever.
When is that gonna? Is that the next issue?
Justice League. It's,
They better
it's
be-
one of the next 2 Justice League issues.
He better be getting his bag right now. They better be
Dude.
paying him good.
Oh,
That's
he
gonna
is,
be
bro.
the
He is for
craziest
sure.
panel spread ever, and I hope somebody makes a poster. I'll buy it instantly. If
would
anybody
too.
in here that watches this makes posters, when you see that panel, reach out. Let me know.
Let us know.
Did anyone read Batman and?
I dropped
haven't-
that run actually. I've been reading it
Oh.
online, but I
Okay.
dropped it. I haven't read that issue yet.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude.
I didn't drop it, but I haven't read.
I
that
love
yet.
PKJ, bro. It's so good. I mean, we get that
I
moment.
like PKJ too.
He's
We
another
get that
guy
moment
who's
where
he's knocking it out the park right now.
we're getting that moment where Batman's kind of starting to see like it's his son, and he really needs to respect that he won't always be his Robin, you know.
Mhm.
And he had this realization in this issue where it's like, where she's like yelling at him like, "You did this." He got kidnapped by Blight, or not Blight. What's his name? Why am I blanking on his name? Blythe is the detective. Do y'all remember his name? The bad guy, the big.
In Batman and Robin?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Uh,
Yeah, wait. Shit, I was tripping on set too.
something to do with like a memory. It's
Yeah,
crap. What is
starts
his
with M,
name?
right?
Memento.
Yeah, Memento. I
Thank
was
you.
only thinking Mephisto. Yeah.
Yeah, I was blanking. But yeah, we get that because he got kidnapped by Memento, and we get that moment where he's like, she's yelling at him. She's like, "You did this. You put him in this danger," and he kind of has like a sad face, and he's like, "Yeah, I did," and then he just like kind of trods off to go save Robin. But it's really good. He's doing a really great thing with Batman and Robin.
I agree. I mean, I
Word.
haven't read this issue,
Yeah.
but uh-oh.
What's going on?
Oh, I just had a little bit of my internet lagged for a second, but we're back.
Oh,
Gotcha.
did y'all read Supergirl #1? Or
Yes.
you didn't. Dude.
I liked
I've
it.
heard good things so far, though, so that's
And
good.
I like that she wrote and drew it. I didn't know that until I read it. Yeah.
Wow.
All that.
Wow.
That was wild, bro.
But the
Yeah,
fact that
that's crazy.
I wonder who this is. Like, they
I don't know.
replaced Supergirl.
I have no idea.
I mean, she can stay though, low key.
Wow. No, I mean, but I did read Geiger.
Geiger was so phenomenal. Like,
Amazing.
Not.
Are you
honestly,
reading
this might
it,
have been one
Brandon?
of my top 5 issues.
Damn, bro. Yeah, no, this was phenomenal, bro. It continues to be. You really haven't been reading Geiger, Brandon?
No.
You gotta hop on the trades, bro.
Dude, I have. I'm doing the Ultimate Universe. I'm doing all of DC, and I have the Energon Universe. I really can't start.
Yeah, but this is Jeff Johns, Gary Frank, bro.
And I got the Massive Verse too.
See, that's
I got all
where
of
I'm
that
not at.
and Ghost Machine.
Dude, they I still haven't started the Massive Verse yet though because they pushed back Cowl 1964. Like,
Oh, the trade?
no, the 4th issue. It was supposed
really?
to come out 2 months ago, and then they pushed it to TBD.
Damn, I
That's
still
weird.
have it on my pull list, so it's crazy.
Yeah,
I
it
haven't even
still
noticed that.
hasn't been announced a release date for it,
Hmm.
which I need it because I'm gonna read Cowl Volume 2, then Cowl 1964, and then jump into Radiant Black. But I've been picking up every issue that's come out. Also, this cover. Everyone get it?
I got it in my
actually,
pool box, but
I
I haven't got
decided
it
not
yet.
to. Yeah.
Okay. The story's not
full
bad,
box.
but the cover's.
I mean, that
All
cover
of my
is a
variants are in my
freaking
pool
gas
box,
for
bro,
sure.
because they're always more expensive than the A cover.
That's a dope cover.
That
Dude,
is-
Hayden Sherman got nominated for Best Cover Artist in the Eisners, and I think he should win.
Yeah, dude,
His
I met
covers
him and I
for
got
Batman Dark
basically
Patterns-
all
Yeah,
of
honestly,
Absolute Wonder Woman
It's
signed.
so good. Have y'all been reading Dark Patterns? It's one of the best.
I
Like,
only
Batman-
read issue 1 when I got
I know.
it signed.
I've been hearing it's phenomenal. I'm definitely gonna get the
It's
trade.
good.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna get
just-
the trade.
If you like the ventriloquist, you'll like it a lot.
Word.
But I mean, the last book I read this week was The Peak is Peak of Fall Peak.
Shit was so fire, dude.
What is that?
So
Oh,
gas.
Transformers. It was
One
really
of my
good.
favorite issues of the series was just
Gotta
saying a lot
kind
because
of agree on that.
every issue of this series is phenomenal.
Megatron wasn't putting up with no bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Absolutely saying. I think it was an amazing, like, parallel and contrast of Megatron and Optimus as leaders and how Optimus is like a father figure and
heart to heart
everything,
with him,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Where Megatron is just pure power and force and fear and yeah, it's epic issue. Danny Warren Johnson's phenomenal. I so bummed that he's only got a handful of issues left.
I want to mention. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you're good. I was just saying it was peak. I know y'all aren't
Oh,
reading
I was just gonna say
I'm
not
reading
gonna
it.
talk
I
about
just haven't
'cause-
read that issue.
Yeah, because y'all haven't read this, but Exquisite Corpses was gas, bro.
Was it?
Bro,
I gotta. Yeah,
bro,
I
it's
mean,
so
I'll
good.
read. I'll read
It's
that.
it's
later
James.
today.
It's
Yeah.
James Tynion, right?
I definitely
James
picked it
Tynion,
up.
yep.
So
64 pages. Pretty
and
insane.
Michael
It took
Walsh,
me a
which
minute to
is
read,
fire.
bro.
Michael Walsh is an amazing
Yeah.
artist.
Yep.
So I'm excited about that too.
Heck
But
yeah.
yeah, no, that's the reason I honestly hadn't read it yet. I just I felt the thickness of that thing, and I was like, eh. All right.
Ultimate Black Panther also keeps getting better, in my opinion.
That's
It's a
true.
really good
I
issue this
agree.
week.
And I think Ultimate X-Men's just not it anymore.
See,
I don't
haven't
know,
read
bro.
either
I'm
of
like-
those issues yet, but
I'm
feels
50-50 on X-Men at the moment. I was liking it a few issues back, but these last couple,
it
I
feels
don't
like
know.
there's a lot happening, but nothing happening. If that makes sense.
Exactly. That's exactly what it feels
Yeah, it
like.
feels like there's
I
like
can
so
understand.
much
I
going
definitely
on,
can
but like
understand.
nothing
Yeah.
of substance. Like it feels like the story's not going forward. Like every issue, it's still in that same like, who is this
And dude,
cult?
like
Why do we have powers? And it's just the
Peach
same.
Momoko's art is cool, but in my opinion, it's like Alex Ross art. Like it belongs on covers. Like because, dude, I'm sometimes I struggle to figure out which character is which character. Like
I'm with you
rereading
on
or
that.
reading the
I mean,
Yeah.
issues.
I can see where you're coming from for sure.
It's a lot of, especially since they're all like young girls. Like they all look
Yeah,
very similar. The only way to
exactly.
tell them apart is their powers. Like
Yeah,
one of them has
because
an eye
most of them have
patch.
black hair, and they yeah, like you just said, like they're just young girls, so like they do look exactly the same. It's wild.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely.
But I'm still reading. I'm still picking it up. So
Yeah. I'm excited to see how it ties into the universe, especially with like the
ready for
ultimate
this
invasion
incursion.
incursion.
I'm
Yeah.
Dude,
ready,
facts.
bro. Because Miles is. I guess at
Yeah.
this point, Miles is going to connect the Ultimate
Miles,
Universe because everybody's
Maystorm,
meeting everybody.
Yeah.
all of them. Yeah. Who was on that
Which I don't
cover?
know how
It
to feel
was
about that. I guess we'll see. The most excited I am is to see Miles talk to Peter Parker that has a whole family and see
oh,
how
that's
better
gonna be
his
Facts.
life is than regular. Yeah, that's what
Did
I'm
y'all
excited
did
for.
y'all see the free comic book day whenever his sister got pulled into the
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
That was
I'm
epic.
wondering how that's gonna work though. Like if that portal's just gonna stay open and Miles is gonna follow, or like what?
I think he'll probably contact the maker and be like, hey,
You
you know, my
can't.
sister's gone.
The Maker's in prison for 7 more months. The Maker's not in the Ultimate Universe right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like if that card disappears, like while he's over there or something, he's not getting back anytime soon.
True.
That
Because
would be
the
wild,
maker's
dude. If
still in
him and his
in
sister get
his
stuck over there and like they have to find their like mom and dad and like their mom and dad don't have kids, bro, that would be insane.
That would be nuts. I'm excited.
how do y'all feel about
I'm
the new
real
Miles
excited.
suit? I'm like 50
And
50 on
Dennis
that.
Camp and Cody Ziegler, both on it, bro.
Yeah,
It's gonna
That's
be
gonna be sick.
gas. It's
Yeah.
gonna be gas.
I miss his old suit.
I
I
do
agree.
too.
Yeah, I'm pretty iffy on the new suit. Are you talking about like the vibranium one?
Like the black and red. I don't know
Yeah.
the optics behind the suit because I'm not reading his ongoing, but I like
Really good.
it's not bad. I really miss the old like classic black and
Yeah,
red that
just
he
a
had.
red and black. I do too. I hope
Yeah.
they go back to it. I I like when characters get upgrades throughout their book, but I also like when a new writer takes it to go back to the basics every time.
Yeah.
Just give me
Yeah.
some OG looking stuff.
And you could put some tweaks on it, but like at the
Yeah,
end of the day, like a Spider-Man suit's a Spider-Man suit. Like it's
yeah,
iconic. That Miles suit is just
exactly. I mean, Peter's always rocking the red and blue, and if he's not, he's got the symbiote.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Red
if he
And
does get a new
and
suit, he
black.
goes back to the red and blue eventually.
exactly.
Dude,
Every time.
that just makes you think it would be sick if he did if somehow throughout the next like bit of MCU he joins the Fantastic Four for a sec.
And gets the Fantastic Four suit.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Dude, that would be awesome.
Wait a minute. Oh wait, yeah.
Batman.
I saw someone do a cosplay of the Fantastic Four suit with a bag on, like as a Spider-Man on
Really?
TikTok, and it looked so good. Like it looked like if Spider-Man did
I've-
that,
I've
That's
seen
sick.
somebody do the Rivals Bagman cosplay on TikTok.
Really?
That shit was fire, dude.
oh wait, no, the one I saw wasn't Bagman. He had the actual blue mask with like the magnetic goggles on it. Like it was like a
That's
Like the Future
sick.
Foundation.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
but it was all
yeah.
the blue and the white, like the
That's
Fantastic
sick.
Four. It genuinely looked like it was in a movie. Like it wasn't like a cheap quality cosplay.
That's sick, dude.
That's
It was
sick.
insane. I think like oh wait, I was wondering Miles is wearing a vibranium suit, right? You said
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
so when he goes to the Ultimate Universe, like vibranium's like alive. Is it going to connect to that? Like is
That's-
it like a collective
That's
consciousness,
actually
right?
a really good point, actually.
Is it
That is
going
a really
to
good
connect
point
to his
because
suit
yeah,
as
that
well?
shit's alive over there.
Is it going to like pull
Is
him
I
it
into
don't
the
alive
know.
in the main continuity in a similar way?
Nah.
Not that I
Okay,
know of.
word. Interesting.
So like,
At
is it
least
going to
not that
like
I know of.
recognize the vibranium and kind of connect with it in like a
I guess it
high-find
depends
way?
on what logic they use, because they could also use like the MCU logic about the stones. I'm pretty sure it's comic logic too, how they only work in like their one universe. So like maybe vibranium works
Different.
different, and
Yeah, that makes sense. Or
Yeah.
maybe they won't
But it
even
would be
like.
cool if
Yeah.
you're right. That would be sick. And his suit just starts acting alive, and like Loki does everything for him.
It like
that'd be
connects
crazy.
him to the consciousness of vibranium, like in a way, like he'd be able
And
to
he kind of
interact.
like gets the what happened here. Like he sees the history of what happened through vibranium.
That would be
Yeah.
nuts.
That would be crazy.
Dang, we might be cooking. Speaking of
Might be.
cooking, I got an artist.
Hey,
my red,
I'm
my
actually
red
gonna
hood.
go look for that today.
Dude,
That
it's
and Adam
really,
Warlock.
dude, it's a really,
I'll look for
What is
both
it?
of them.
it's just
new
the
Miles.
new Miles Marvel
Oh, for
Legends.
Spider-Man 2?
The retro part, the Ultimate
yeah.
Miles. When
Oh,
remember,
okay.
like they released the ones that like come with like the little comics.
Yeah, little comics.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I want the Adam Warlock just for that Infinity Gauntlet, bro. Plain and simple.
dude,
I'm putting
on
that
God,
shit
low
on
key, bro.
somebody else.
Yeah, sure.
I want a Black Panther figure. Put it on him. Put a Secret Wars comic behind it. Oh yeah.
Dude, I went to the store the other day and they had like 6 figures that I wanted, and I had to walk out with 2. I had to
It'd
just
be like that, bro. Oh, that
Yeah.
was your McFarlane video, wasn't it?
Yeah, they had what was it? Swordmaster? Nightmaster?
Or
Nightmaster.
yeah, something like that. I know. what you're talking
Nightmaster, they had Orion, which I still haven't gotten.
I
They
need to get
had
Orion. Yeah,
about. Orion's fire,
Batman
guys.
Batman 1,000,000 with like the cloth cape that was
Yeah,
like
and like the
glowing. Yeah.
mask. Yeah.
well, because they announced Mr.
Hourman.
Miracle, no?
yeah.
Oh, did they?
Mr. Miracle, he got announced at whatever con that
Like
was.
not leaked, like announced. Like, are there pictures yet or no?
Yeah.
Oh,
it
I
was,
haven't
It was
seen
at that
this.
last
Wire
McFarlane
cape?
convention, like with everybody that got announced.
Wired
Like
cape?
classic Destro, classic Beast Boy, classic Nightwing.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
all-
I made a video about that. Yeah.
yeah.
I remember. I forgot Mr. Miracle was in
He
that.
doesn't have a cloth cape though. That's the one thing that pisses me off, bro. It's gonna look. Hang on.
Like, yeah, you started doing cloth capes now. Keep the cloth capes. Like Hourman.
It's gonna
Hourman
look
doesn't
just
have
like
cloth cape
Alan
either.
Scott, bro. It's
Oh, I was
be
gonna say like Al
plastic,
Scott or like Red Tornado vibe.
just like it'll be just like that. Well, actually, it'll be literally just like this because of the little thing around his face.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Dang.
Yep.
I mean, it
That
looks
sucks.
the colors and everything look great. It's
I
at least
might buy 2 just to finally do a custom and put a cloth cape on a figure.
that
because,
Azrael's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so is the Sandman, dude. I'm getting
Sandman's
that
dope.
Sandman. Wesley Dodds.
I want to
Of
fill
course.
out my JSA shelf, but I have to get Hourman, who also does
I
not
need-
have a cloth cape.
I need Our Man, Power Girl, and
Oh,
Mr.
Power Girl.
Terrific. Those
Yeah.
are the
I need
3
Guy Gardner too.
for
Yeah.
JSA,
My
or
Green
just in
Lantern shelf. Yeah.
yeah.
I have all the other Green Lanterns except for him.
I need Simon Baz, and
Got
then I need
Simon.
them to make Jessica before he loses that license.
Yeah, Jessica.
That'll be cool. Like,
Hey, they
Jessica
might
could be the
announce it at
last
San
one.
Diego this year. I'll let you know.
Let me know.
True.
All right, I'll be on that
I still
rooftop.
think the
True.
best figure I got recently is Dr. Fate. Like, if you guys don't have that,
I need
bro,
that, bro. I
it's
need that.
beautiful.
Where'd you get it? Where'd you get it? Online?
Finally, I got it off of GameStop.
Dang.
They had it was
Like you-
like 5-day delivery or something. It wasn't a pre-order. It was just on their website. I don't know
I
if
got
it's
to
sold out.
GameStop then.
You don't have it either yet, Brandon?
I don't have it either. No.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, it's my favorite McFarlane.
Fine. The only thing
well,
that is straight
it's a
up
top 5.
bull crap about it, how on earth does this dude not come with extra hands?
Extra hands,
Like-
bro. Or
Like he's got to be able to hit
magic
some like
stuff.
bro's got to be able to
bro.
hit some like freaking like you don't even have 2 hands that are like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't it just
I
like
do
a
agree with
fist?
that.
Isn't it a fist and then kind of just
It's
like a
let me look actually. It's
A
a
fist
fist
and
and
like one is a fist and then
it's
the other
two
one's kind
fists. Wait.
but the other one's kind of
Oh
like
yeah, no, it's a fist, and then it's a hand that like looks like this.
Oh, so
Yeah,
he
it's
has
got-
like
it's-
the.
like a pointing like yeah, like
I'm
that.
trying to think if I have any. And he has yellow hands, right?
Yeah, yellow hands.
think
I
it
don't
would've
have
been-
anyone with yellow because I
Nah,
don't think.
I
Booster,
don't think
wait,
I
Booster
have-
Gold's hands might be yellow.
I don't have booster gold.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, yeah,
Well, depending on which booster you have, I think one of them's blue.
I have the original, not
But like
the.
it's like
from the
Noah
2-pack?
Like
Yeah,
Noah
from the 2-pack.
McFarlane.
Yeah,
That's
they're yellow.
I wonder if he came with
2
extra
pack.
hands.
Yeah, I was gonna say Noah McFarlane. If that was in a 2-pack, that shit.
Dude,
did
you know what they should
have done
extra
for the
hands,
Dr.
bro.
Fate?
That's-
They should have had the helmet be removable, like where you can put it
I
on.
agree. I tried to see
That
it.
way
it
you
Or
can,
wasn't
not
like,
even
hold it.
removable. Not even. They just should have done an extra head sculpt,
Extra
an unmasked head sculpt, and
That
then,
works as well,
and then
yeah.
included.
And then he could hold the helmet.
a
yeah.
helmet. Yeah. Or
I
yeah,
have
no, you can
thought
just
about
hold
just
that head
getting a
sculpt. Yeah.
custom like old man looking head for Kent. Right? It's Kent
You
now.
could probably-
pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yo, you could definitely get away with using Thomas Wayne, Flashpoint.
Oh,
You
that's
could.
actually
The
not
only
bad.
thing
I
is,
do
it's so
have
hard.
that
It
for
sucks
sure.
because McFarlane uses different head pegs for different, like, some have the peg in the head, some have it in the body. So like,
I'm not gonna lie. It's probably like it would just have to sit on there. But I wonder how good Old Man Hawkeye's head would look on him.
I don't even know what that figure looks like, to be real.
I think it came in a 2-pack with
Old Man Logan. Yeah.
Old Man Logan. Yeah. Dang.
But yeah, McFarlane definitely should have done more accessories for half their figures.
Bro, like imagine if he came with like just like so like come
magic
on,
effect,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, like come on. But it is what it is.
Or dude, like his stand that goes around his waist has like the ankh behind it, like the glow, like the.
Yeah, like a
Bro, if
glowing
they
ankh
did
or something.
that,
That would have been
bro.
sick,
Oh
bro.
my
That would have been
God.
sick.
To be honest, you
Showed
could
up. Or
probably
even
make
like
that.
a yeah,
Though.
like a mini Onk. Like why didn't they do that?
Yeah, just like a little some. But
But yeah, shout out McFarlane. I will be there at that showcase. I don't care how much the flights are. I will be
Oh
there.
yeah, dude. That's exciting.
I'm very excited.
that's nuts. But yeah, I mean, is there anything else
I ain't got
y'all want to
nothing.
talk about?
About to go back
Nixon
to
5.
hunting today for fun.
What'd you say?
Nixon 5.
It was 6, but facts.
Yeah.
Nuggets is 7.
It's Thunder and 7, but I am very excited for that game regardless because
Hey.
I know it's going to be a good game again.
I know you're shaking in your boots.
Nah, I'm not because we're at home. You might be a little bit.
Absolutely not, bro. It's a whole game of overtime.
Patson
I don't think this one will
Jokic.
go to overtime.
I would say,
Like,
I
us
would say,
win,
no.
you win,
I
I
know.
don't
I'm
think
not
it's
saying it's
overtime.
going to overtime, but I'm saying Game 7 is an entire game of overtime.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so
But
that's where
I've already
that
said this multiple
championship
times.
caliber about to come in.
Either way, who wins, you or me? Like OKC or Denver, we're winning the ship. Like
Almost
either one of
certainly.
our teams.
Almost
Like,
Nah, the
Yeah.
Heat are gonna win.
it's gonna be Knicks.
It's
bro.
like
Knicks
a
are about to cook the Pacers so
Wait, am I
hard,
tripping?
bro. It's not even gonna be fun.
Royal Rumble, like special interest. The Heat
Yeah,
out
like,
of nowhere.
The Heat.
I feel bad
Money
for
in the bank
Pacers
cash
fans,
in.
bro. Like it's gonna be a slaughter.
One of y'all's
Halliburton ain't
team is
saving
gonna
you.
win the finals, and then the Heat are just gonna run onto the court and cash in their money in the bank.
If the
West
Knicks
is
win the
4-0
finals,
and-
it's the end of the world, bro. I'm
Oh, that's
calling it.
facts, bro.
Bro, that
That's
shit
facts,
is not
bro.
happening.
We
If what
gotta have
happens?
to. If
If the Knicks win the finals, into the
New
world.
York is
it's coming.
gonna cease to exist.
But like, why?
So
Haven't
crazy. Because just
haven't
New
other
York.
New York teams won it before? How many other New York teams are there?
I mean,
Well, New York has won it before, just a long time ago.
as
with
far as the Knicks
Patrick
are
Ewing.
concerned, they haven't been to the Eastern Conference Finals since like
25
2006 or something.
years.
How many New York
25
teams are there in the NBA?
3, right?
Wait,
No,
Knicks,
2. Brooklyn and Knicks.
Brooklyn Nets, and then
Yeah, Brooklyn Nets and the New
That's
York
it.
Knicks. I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
I'm unsure because like in the NFL you have like New York Giants, New York Jets, Buffalo Bills.
That's it.
That's it. That's the one that was 3. That's what I was
Yeah.
saying.
Okay. I wasn't sure if
And then
NBA.
baseball, they have Mets and Yankees.
Yep. Yeah, New
And
York's got
then-
some teams.
But what do they got for
Shitty basketball
hockey?
teams though.
Do they have more than one
Hockey?
hockey team? I know they got Rangers, but
I think that's it. But do they have a Buffalo one for hockey?
that's why I can't. I'm not as tapped in with hockey. I
I don't know anything about.
I got.
I
homie
got
that
it.
is,
I got to
bro.
get my hockey knowledge up.
Yeah. And then soccer, you got the.
I like the game.
Red
NHL.
Bull.
Shit's fun.
They got the
Playing
Red
NHL
Bulls.
is so fun.
Dude, that is facts, honestly.
It's so fun.
Yeah, that is facts.
Better than 2K.
I mean, I
Dude,
honestly
when I
haven't
get there,
played a
Nate-
sports game in a long time.
We got to start a flag football team.
Oh, I'm down. Let's
do it.
I'm down. Okay, I'm down.
Let's do it.
Screw it. Sounds good.
We need a name. How about the Thunderbolts?
How about the Nuggets bolts?
The Nuggets bolts.
All right. Well, I think
Presented by Allstate.
that's gonna go ahead and have to wrap it up for this week's episode of the Hollanders podcast.
We always wrap it up.
Yep. Make sure you come
Sure.
back next week, and we will have a brand new episode.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
We'll see.
Well, with that being said, nerd on.
Nerd out.
Boom. 5 big ones.